Muslims who don't know Islam, Muslims who don't know Muhammad, Muslims who don't know the Hadith can coexist with you. Muslims who know Islam, Muhammad, the Hadith, the Sunnah, know what the Muslim scholars have taught, know their commentators, can't. Ali Dawa can't live at peace with you. Muhammad Ajab, right? Sheikh Uthman, who took his Muslim brother's wife and slept with her, committing adultery, beat his wife, right? Staged a stabbing, can't live at peace with you. Can't live at peace with you. They can't. They believe this filthy son of Satan is a prophet and they must carry out his teaching. Now, that Jews and Christians are included as the mushrikeen, meaning those who commit the sin of shirk, associate, is clear from the Quran and the Hadith. Because what did Muhammad say? He wanted to get rid of the Arabian Peninsula. For starters, start with the Arabian Peninsula, get rid of Mecca and Medina, Taif, right? Of all mushrikeen, those associate. And guess what he did? He got rid of the Jews and Christians and no longer allowed any Jew or Christian to live in Mecca, Medina, as proof that he considered Jews and Christians as al-mushrikeen, those who commit shirk. You don't believe me? Here you go. Sahih Bukhari, volume 3, number 531. And I'll talk about jizya in a minute. Narrated Ibn Umar. Narrated Ibn Umar or Umar. Umar expelled the Jews and the Christians from Hijaz. He got rid of them from Mecca, Medina. That's the Hijaz. Why? Because Muhammad said, I don't want any more mushrikeen here. I want to make this sacred and pure of shirk. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. With me so far? When Allah's apostle conquered Khaybar, he wanted to expel the Jews from it. As its land became the property of Allah, his apostle and the Muslims. You caught it, what I said? When Muhammad entered Medina, the Jews had not harmed him. The Jews had not attacked him. He goes, no, the entire earth belongs to Allah and his messenger. That's why I want to throw you out. Even though you've been here before me, even though this is your property, your land, your fields, sucks being you, because now I'm the prophet. I own it. I own you, and I want you out of here. Do you think the Muslim apologists will share this with you besides Daniel Hakikachu, who's brutally honest, or Sheikh Asim al-Hakim, brutally honest? Allah's apostle intended to expel the Jews, but they're begging him, no, leave us in the land. Don't throw us out, and we'll give you a huge part of our produce. But they requested him to let them stay there on condition that they do the labor and get half of the fruits. You believe this? We're going to do all the work and we'll give you 50% of our crops. Just don't throw us out of our land. You're telling me he's not a mob boss? Isn't that what the mafia do? Don't the mafia do that? The mafia say, look, pay us protection money and we'll protect you. Otherwise, we'll kill you. So what does he say? Get out of here. You go, no. Let us stay in our own land. Let us keep our homes and our fields. And we'll cultivate it and give you 50% of our crops. Allah's apostle told them, we will let you stay on this condition as long as we wish. All right, we'll let you stay as long as we want. But when we're fed up with you, we're getting you the hell out of here. So then eventually, Umar threw them out. See it? So they kept on living there until Umar forced them to go towards Taima and Ariha. So let me repeat again, I hope you're enjoying this. May the Lord bless our numbers for his glory. There are times in which I have to expose Islam. So the Palestinians are crying that the Jews are occupiers that stole their land. And they want to take Gaza completely. But that's what your prophet did. He took the land of the Jews. It's right here. Your authentic sources say they were there living in it. They owned the land, right? The fields were theirs. They were already settled and prosperous. He comes out of nowhere and says, it's mine. Get out of here. And then they have to give him 50% of their crops to stay in their house. My home. For me to stay here, I got to work for you to give you half of my crops. So now, if the Palestinians are consistent and want the Jews to give the land back, then all Muslims must now hand over the government to the Christians, right? Because who are there living, governing before Umar showed up in what they call the Shams area, Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, Jerusalem? Christians. Who were the majority? Who owned the lands before Muhammad showed up? Christians. So, all right, Palestinians, two-state solution. But the Christians run Palestine. Deal? Give it back to them. Deal? It's only fair, right, guys? Am I being fair? What do you think? Am I being fair? Because they're saying, we've been occupied. The Jews are occupiers since 1948. You've been occupying the lands of others for 1,400 years. So, all right, Netanyahu, make a two-state solution. But insist, only Palestinian Christians will govern and own. They will have the army, right? They will legislate, and they will carry out punishments. Because originally, it was their land. You took it from them. Kurds, Iraq. Kurd, where did you come from? There were no Kurds. Where'd you come from? You don't like Jews being occupiers? Give Iraq back to the Assyrians, Chaldeans. Right? Syria, give it back to the Christians. Egypt, give it back to the Coptic Christians. Right? Fair is fair. Fair is fair. Precisely. Am I wrong? Guys, I'm being fair, right? Where am I being biased? Where am I being wrong? Can someone tell me? This is Islam. This is Islam. Notice the chapter heading. Go here. See why they hate us? They hate David Wood, Robert Spencer, apostate prophet, even Christian Prince who speaks the truth about jihad. Because we don't sugarcoat. We're not politically correct. That's why we won't be platformed. Chapter 21, expulsion of Jews and Christians from the Arabian Peninsula. It has been narrated by Umar bin al-Khattab that he heard the Messenger of Allah say, I will expel the Jews and Christians from the Arabian Peninsula. So what is this admitting? Admission number one. Admission number one. The Jews and Christians dominated the Arabian Peninsula, right? You wouldn't need to expel Jews and Christians if they were not living in Arabia and they were the majority, right? So give it back to them. Give Yathrib, Medina, back to the Jews, right? Their sources say the Jews were landowners. They were prosperous. They were there before you Muslims. Give it back to them. Please tell me where I'm being inconsistent. Tell me where I'm being wrong. But now you want to get upset? When it came to Jews and Christians of other lands, Muhammad gave them an option. Pay jizya. And when you pay jizya, then you can live as second, third-rate citizens. Now let me get you upset. Let me get you upset. Let's go here. You ready? What happens? You want to get really boiled, your blood boiling? What happens if the Muslims take over a land dominated by Jews and Christians? Jews and Christians don't want to be Muslims, but they don't have the power to fight back, and they accept the terms of subjugation and pay jizya. You ready? You want to get upset? Let's go full screen. This is their authentic sources. I've seen so many Muslims to try to explain this away. Yep, dhimma. Supposedly, they'll tell you, look, you pay the jizya, you stay in your lands, stay in your homes, we fight for you. We're the ones who go to war and protect you if anyone attacks you. Yeah, like mob boss, right? Isn't that what the mafia says? The mafia says, look, you pay us money, extortion money, we'll protect you, no one will harm you. You don't pay, then we'll kill you. So you're basically paying Muslims so they don't kill you. Right? Now let's read. The order to fight the people of Scripture till they pay the jizya. This is Surah Al-Tawbah. Some say it's the last chapter. Some say it's one of the last chapters. All right. But this is Muhammad's final marching orders. Notice again why he said fight Jews and Christians. Notice the reason isn't that because they threaten you, they attacked you, they wanted to kill you. No, fight them because they don't believe like you. Let's have some fun. Extortion. Here it is, chapter 9, verse 29. Fight against those who believe not in Allah nor in the last day. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay? Get ready. Do you believe all of the Quran? Notice my question. Do you believe, yep, Vex, I'm going to get there. All of the Quran is your God? I'm not saying, let me repeat, the average Muslim understanding of Allah. Remember, I did a session on it. Not all Muslims know who Allah is, and not all Christians know the Trinity. I'm talking about the Allah described in the Quran once you've studied the Quran. Is Allah of the Quran your God? Is he? What do you guys say? Is Allah of the Quran your God? All right. You know what that means? Muslims must fight you because they don't believe in their Allah. Now, the last day for the Muslim means the day of judgment. Allah will resurrect you. Now watch here. Allah will resurrect you. And if you pass the test, you enter Jannah, paradise, which is more like Jahannam, hell. Now watch. And if you're a Muslim man, you'll be given eternal erect penis. Your penis will be hard. I'm not exaggerating. It's Muslim sources. You're going to have huge breasted whores. The word hur, huri, hur al-ain, wide-eyed, beautiful maidens who have huge breast tits that don't sag. That's in the Quran. I've done sessions on this. You will then deflower them, pop their cherries without harming them, and they go back to being virgins every time you pop them. And you'll have young boys serving you, right? Being your servants. And if you're a good Muslim woman, you'll be part of the Hur al-Ain, the Hur. You'll be a Huri, one of them, so that a man can deflower you and pop your cherry over and over again. I'm not lying. I did sessions on it. You guys forgot? I quoted the Quran and the Hadith. Go watch it. Now, if you're a disbeliever, you'll be sent to hell and be tortured and tormented in the most brutal fashion. So, do you believe in Islam's last day? Or do you see this as a glorified whorehouse, playboy mansion? Do you believe in this?